On the Drtv main news tonight, Delta State Governor inspects ongoing construction of Omadino Technical College. Delta State Government directs public-private schools to resume 2024-2025 academic section September 9 except Oshimili South Local Government Area. Federal government dismisses reports suggesting NNPCL ordered marketers to sell petrol at 1,000 naira. A very good evening and welcome to the DRTV main news. My name is Harry Awoso. You're welcome. Governor Sheriff Oborowori has inspected the ongoing construction of Omadino Technical College in Warri South local government area, during which he commended the people for maintaining peace at the project site. The governor stated this shortly after inspecting the job done so far. The RTV News correspondent Kisliago was at Omadino. The report will be brought to you in the course of the bulletin. The Delta State Government has directed all public and private primary and secondary schools in the state to resume on Monday, September 9, 2024 for the commencement of the 2024-2025 first term academic activities, except Oshimili South local government area, whose resumption date would now be Monday, September 23, 2024. A statement by the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, Mr. Augustine Oguru, on behalf of the State Commissioner for Primary Education, Dr. Kingsley Ashibugu, and his counterpart in charge of secondary education, Mrs. Rose Ezenwu, said that borders would resume on Sunday, September 8. According to the statement, the extension of the resumption date for all private and public primary and secondary schools in Asaba and environs was as a result of the 8th edition of the National Youth Games scheduled to hold in Asaba from Monday, September 9 to Thursday, September 19, 2024. It stated that some schools in Asaba, including West End Miss Secondary School, Government Model Secondary School, Unity Secondary School in the Capital Territory, and Osadini Secondary School, have been designated for use as hostels and venues for the games. The statement noted that classes would begin on Monday, September 9, 2024, after the cleaning of the classes and the school premises by the learners under the supervision of the teachers for schools in other parts of the state, with the exception of schools in Asaba that would resume on Monday, September 23. It urged school heads and teachers in the state to comply with the directive and ensure that they were in their duty post to discharge their statutory responsibility. The statement also advised parents and guardians to get their children and wards prepared for school resumption. It said that the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education would conduct resumption tests for the learners in public primary and secondary schools on Thursday, September 12, 2024, and their marks would form part of their assessment test. The statement warned that the ministry would not condone any act by the teachers contrary to the directive, stressing that the two commissioners and the permanent secretary would lead staff of the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education to monitor the level of compliance across the state. With 5 days to the reopening of public and private schools in Delta State for a new academic section, parents say they are growing under a harsh Nigerian economy that has forced prices of every commodity to the roof, top including learning materials. The report.
As public and private primary and secondary schools reopen Monday next week for a new academic session, parents are making preparations to get the requirements of their children and wards. Investigation, however, reveals that not many parents will be able to buy books, other learning materials, and sew new school uniforms for their children as a result of the harsh economy and high prices of exercise books in the markets. Some parents may also not be able to send their children to schools, especially those with 3, 4, or 5 wards. Some parents react. At few bookshops visited, prices of exercise books and other learning materials have shot up in prices. Bookshop owners say the prices of exercise books that were low 3 weeks ago have suddenly increased.
When the school resumes on Monday, I will get the lists to buy the other textbooks. But there are some I have to get from the school.
Things are very expensive. No parents now is even prepared because when you go to the market to buy food snacks, the bottle and all those accessories for school, things are times two. The food flies I bought for the other children before for 2,000, some 3,000. Now they are selling it 8,000, 6,000.
Investigation indicates that patronage is low, even as the populace strive to feed their immediate families.
Rotary Club. Rotary Club of Ejeba has donated a renovated physics laboratory to Ejeba College, Warri, in Warri South local government area of Delta State. Correspondent Daniel Oji reports that the district governor of Rotary International District 9141, Rotary Chinedu Ikegwune, inaugurated the physics laboratory, which was donated by the club in collaboration with 44 Services Limited. The report.
Rotary Club of Ejeba has donated physics laboratory to Ejeba College as part of efforts to support science subjects in the school. The president, Rotarian Kenneth Ukpeao, revealed that the club in the past 3 years had donated chemistry laboratory, ICT center, and now a physics laboratory. He added that the club will apply for grants to enable it build and donate a library to the school to encourage reading, stressing that before the end of next Rotary year, the club will donate a biology laboratory in order to complete the science laboratories that will help improve knowledge of the science students in the school. Rotary Okpeao stated that the club will not stop donating educational items to the school until every child in their mandate areas get access to education.
Education remains a mainstay of our activities within Rotary. We would not stop until we ensure that every young child can get education.
The managing director of 44 Services Limited, Boma Koko, whose address was read by Rotarian Laura, said they are honored to be part of the project as the company is always ready to invest in the future of students technologically. Speaking after the inauguration of the physics laboratory, the district governor of Rotary International District 9141, Rotarian Chinedu Ikegwani, noted that the donated physics laboratory is in line with one of Rotary's international 7 areas of focus, which is basic education and literacy services. He thanked 44 Services Limited for collaborating with the Rotary Club of Ejeba for donating the physics laboratory to Ejeba College.
It came at the right time. I want to congratulate you and ask you to continue with what you are doing.
The project chairman, Rotary Akpos Ebuafega, also appealed to the principal, staff, and students of Ejeba College to protect the furniture and equipment from destruction. Also speaking, the principal of Ejeba College, Mrs. Teshoma Mayuku, a leader in the Ejeba community, Deacon Ibuakewe Ejirogene, and a student of the school thanked Rotary Club of Ejeba for the gesture, pledging to take good care of the physics laboratory. The inauguration of the physics laboratory was witnessed by the Chief Inspector of Education, represented by Mr. Samuel, amongst others. Daniel Oji, reporting.
Rotary Club of Plantation City has installed Rotarian Kingsley Azubike as the 5th president of the club. Rotarian Azubike, during the installation ceremony, said Rotary Club of Plantation City would continue to make positive impact in their mandated community support initiatives that will promote education, health, and economic empowerment. Correspondent Daniel Oji reports that the district governor of Rotary International District 9141, Rotarian Chinedu Ikegwani, and some district officers attended the installation event. The report will be brought to you in the course of the bulletin. Earlier, we brought a report that Governor Sheriff Uborowori has inspected the ongoing construction of Omadino Technical College in Warri South local government area, during which he commended the people for maintaining peace at the project site. The governor stated this shortly after inspecting the job done so far. Drtv news correspondent Kingsley Ago was at Omadino and completes the story.
It was an opportunity for Governor Sheriff Uborowori to explain how his administration was bringing value to the people of the state. He harps on the need for peace to enhance the capacity of its administration to continue building critical infrastructure in the state. He, however, displayed his unhappiness with the level of job done so far in the institution and directed the contractor to speed up pace of work. Governor Sheriff Eborowori gave an assurance that the Technical College in Omadino will receive all that is necessary for it to start immediately.
The Omadino Technical College is very, very dear to the people, and what is going on here, you know that the work is slow, and some of the contractors, the reason why the step up for them to be able to complete at good time, and the work is a bit okay, it's just the delay.
Speaking further, Governor Sheriff Oborori said he personally came to inspect the job done and meet with the contractor to map out speedy completion of this project. Commenting on whether the technical college can be changed to a university status, the governor had this to say.
There's no plan for that to relocate the European Technical College now. What we are considering on now is this, there are actually 6. This one is among the 6 technical college. We want to make sure we finish all of them and they are put to use. Then when we need to now look at whether the places that actually need it.
Chairman of Warri South Local Government, Honorable Agbati Meyi Isaac, thanked the governor for the visit. He was unhappy with the state of the road leading to the institution. Also speaking, Chairman Omadino Community, Toyo Mogbeyi James Odume, and Quincy Onwaje all appealed to governor to look into the bypass that link Omadino, Ugoton, and Saple Road, as it will aid the movement of commuters in the locality. The community promised to maintain peace. For DRTV News, Kingsley Ago reporting.
The federal government has dismissed viral reports suggesting that the Ministry of Petroleum has ordered NNPCL to sell fuel at 1,000 naira above the approved pump price. The reports allegedly claim that the Minister of State for Oil and Gas, Honorable Enikin Lokbobiri, asked NNPC to sell fuel at 1,000 naira. Reacting to a statement on Tuesday signed by the minister's aide, Inemaka Okafor, said that it was concocted and ill-conceived to sow discord and confusion in the oil ministry. According to Inemaka, there was never a time federal government interfered with petroleum pricing with NNPCL, let alone give directives for price increment. She said that the federal government is compelled to address the outright falsehood currently being circulated on social media, which claim that the Ministry for Petroleum Resources, Senator Enikin Dokobiri, has directed the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL) to inflate petroleum prices above the approved pump price. According to the statement, NNPCL operates as an independent entity under the Companies and Aligned Matters Act (CAMA), with a fully empowered board of directors. Added that the Ministry of Petroleum Resources does not and will not interfere in the interface decisions of NNPCL, including pricing matters. Dangote Refinery has commenced the rollout of its first premium motor spirit, also known as petrol, from its 650,000 barrels per day. The president of Dangote Group, Aliko Dangote, disclosed this during a briefing on Tuesday, September 3. At the briefing, Dangote presented the first sample of premium motor spirit. He explained that the first sample from his refinery appeared clearer than the petrol currently in circulation. Dangote stated that the company's petrol will substitute import dependence, bring down inflation, and stabilize the naira against the dollar. He also expressed gratitude to President Bola Tinubu's administration for fostering an environment conducive to success of the initiative. He also said that each refinery will meet the demands of not only Nigerians but also sub-Saharan Africa. He noted that this new petrol would also protect engines from damage caused by unclear petrol that is typically found in the market. You're still watching the Drtv main news. We'll go on a short break. More reports when we return. Please stay tuned.
Ambition. My G, for our ambition, we go hard.
We go day night till we make it.
We go hard till we find that perfect beat.
The perfect beat, the one the world will put on repeat.
So we chase greatness in every moment, making every naira count.
We put out content after content till it's comment after comment. And with Glow by our side,
we have more to offer.
Because the MyG bundle comes with bonuses,
giving you way more data value and way more steez on IG, Snapchat, TikTok, WhatsApp, Glow TV, Audio Mac, and Boomplay
in one fly package.
Dial *312# now and select MyG bundle.
Glow Unlimited.
Yo, welcome back from that break. The Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Ahmed Dangiwa, has called for enhanced collaboration among engineering professionals to tackle the ongoing issue of engineering failures in the country. Ahmed Dangiwa made this appeal during the opening ceremony of the 32nd Engineering Assembly organized by the Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria on Tuesday. Speaking at the event in Abuja, the minister highlighted the crucial role that engineering plays in housing and urban development, stressing the need for rigorous regulation to prevent infrastructural failures. According to the minister, engineering is a key part of the housing development process, thereby at the Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development rely heavily on the expertise of our structural engineers, electrical engineers, civil engineers, and mechanical engineers, all of whom are registered members of COREN. He acknowledged that although COREN does not fall directly under the supervision of his ministry, it remains one of the most important regulatory partners. He underscored the significance of the standards and professional ethics enforced by COREN in ensuring the quality, safety, and resilience of housing and infrastructure projects across Nigeria. The minister expressed concern over the frequent occurrences of engineering failures, particularly building collapse, which outplopped the country. The Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority (NCAA) has explained why the United States Federal Aviation Administration (FAA) delisted Nigeria from its Category 1 status. In a statement by the Acting Director General Chris Najomo, it was clarified that the removal was due to the fact that no Nigerian airline currently provides flight services to the United States. According to a statement by NCAA, the last airline to operate such a route was Arik Air, which suspended its New York service on February 3, 2017. The statement further disclosed that in September 2022, the FAA began delisting Category 1 countries that has not had an indigenous airline providing service to the U.S. or carrying the code of a U.S. operator within a 2-year period. Countries not receiving technical assistance from the FAN due to non-compliance with the international safety oversight standards were also removed from the list. Najomo emphasized that Nigerians delisting had nothing to do with any safety or security deficiency in the country's oversight system. He stated that Nigeria has successfully undergone comprehensive audits by the International Civil Aviation Organization without any significant safety or security concern. Youths in Ubye local government area of Delta State have assured sustained peace and support of government ongoing projects. The youths made the promise while speaking during the visit of Special Advisor to Governor Sheriff Oborowori, Honorable Ramsey Onoyake, visited some projects under construction in Uye. The report.
The Uvia youth leaders, including Comrade Igo Majemite, assured contractors handling government projects of their full cooperation to ensure the success of the MOA agenda of the administration of Governor Sheriff Oborowori. They spoke at the construction sites at the PTI Efun Express flyover project, the NRA Junction flyover being handled by Julius Berger, as well as the drainage projects on Airport Road by Union Bank and Musheshe area. The youth leaders spoke of sustained peace in Uwe and across Delta State so that the Sheriff Oborowori-led administration can succeed.
The project is going on very well, and the community most especially, they are being in a great support. They are contributing very well. The youth are doing very well.
So I appreciate the governor for what he's doing. And you can see, we are very happy, we are very pleased. We don't have any issue about the community after it's concerned.
Site supervisors at the flyover projects at PTI Junction, Mr. Hubert Dana and Mr. Raphael Oko of the China Civil Engineering Construction Company, handlers of the drainage projects on Airport Road, noted that the youths have been very cooperative since they mobilized to site. The special advisor to Governor Sheriff Oborowori on youth development, Honorable Ramsey Onoyake, told the site supervisors that his visit was to reassure them of youth support in their determination to complete the projects. He praised the achievements of Governor Sheriff Oborowori-led administration in just the space of a year.
We are doing a very wonderful project. I also want to thank His Excellency, Right Elder Sheriff Oborowori, for giving fit to set up this project in Uria Local Government Council area.
The Delta State Governor, Right Honorable Sheriff Oborowori, while suing for support of Deltans, promised to transform communities across the state.
Authorities of the Ogun State-owned Thai Solar University of Education, Ijebu-Ode, have announced the rustication of 31 students and an indefinite suspension of 47 others for various forms of academic and behavioral misconduct. This was contained in a statement issued by the institution's registrar, Dapo Oke, on Tuesday. Among those sanctioned is Ojo Michael, a 200-level student in the computer science department, who was rusticated for the entire 2023-2024 academic section. It was gathered that this decision was taken during the university's Senate meeting held on July 31, 2024. The statement further stated that Michael was found guilty of forging his cumulative grade point average in a bid to fraudulently qualify for the Students' Union elections. The statement also read that the university's examination malpractice and students' disciplinary committee, after thorough investigations, recommended the penalties. The university has further suspended 47 students indefinitely for various forms of misconduct, including impersonation. The Senate emphasized that the affected students are required to stay off campus to avoid potential confrontations with university security personnel. Governor of Enugu State, Dr. Peter Mba, has inaugurated 4 newly constructed and reconstructed roads in Abakpa, Nike in Enugu metropolises, among them the Mike Ejega Crescent, where the Woboro music legend lives, and adjoining popular Obinagu Road, which is renamed after him. Other roads inaugurated were Texaco Bus Stop, Ifo Road, and Umpo Streets. Governor Umba also used the occasion to visit Mike Ejaga at his residence, announced that the government would henceforth take full responsibility of his upkeep, describing him as a living legend. Governor Umba, however, stressed the commissioned roads was only the beginning of a new era for road infrastructure across Enugu State. The governor said very soon he will commence the dualization of Penox Junction on the Enugu-Onisha all the way to Opi Nsukka, stated that The contracts has been awarded and work will soon commence. Meanwhile, receiving the governor at his residence, Ejegan, who spoke through his son Ima Ejegan and daughter Elizabeth Ugo, said that Umba had honored him beyond his lifetime, added that previous governments made promises, however, nothing happened. According to them, Governor Umba never made any promise to them, but they only woke up and saw heavy equipment were all over the place. They said, like a dream, they have brand now, have new roads. They have brand new roads now, not long after Gogologo started trending. Victorious Women Fellowship of Light of the World Mission Incorporated has held a 4-day program to inspire women to draw more closer to God. Our correspondent reports that the annual program had the theme, Oye My Generation. The report.
The Women Program, which held in morning and evening sessions from Thursday, August 29 to Sunday, September 1st, 2024, featured Bible quiz, health talks, training, the world, cultural dance, and other performance. Others to the program is the grand finale, which took place on Sunday morning, where women from all walks of life converged at the Warri Zonal headquarters of the church in Umia to receive blessings for all their sacrifices since the beginning of the women program. Wife of the presiding bishop of Light of the World Mission Incorporated, Deaconess Grace Obiogo, in her address, charged the women to be alive to their responsibilities, noting that as mothers, they have a lot of duty to play in shaping society on the right track. She pointed out the importance of good parental upbringing on the younger generation, adding that mothers especially must learn to bless their children at all times. Other women who spoke, including Deaconess Heloho Uzo and Deaconess Mercy Tuareho, stated that they were greatly impacted by the blessings from the 4-day women program, otherwise called Women Week. They equally lauded organizers of the program for the health talk, stressing that they are better informed on how to cater for their health needs.
Oye speaks of grace for longevity. So the impact of it is that everyone that contacted this oil must go far in the journey of life.
We are talking about in that book of King, the woman, he know God though, he know God. If she did not know God, there's no way she can have that direct of the Holy Spirit that directs her to meet the man of God.
The lessons, the message, they are impactful. We've not heard it this way before. Our instructors were God sent. We saw the hand of God move mightily in this women convention. It has not been like this.
Presiding Bishop of Light of the World Mission, Bishop Harris Nobiogo, speaking on the importance of the theme of the annual program, Oil for My Generation, stated that the oil requires God's blessings before it can nullify everything contrary to the will of God. The clergyman expressed optimism that the women were greatly blessed by the message of the annual Women's Week program, but urged them to put into practice all that they were taught during the program. On Nigeria's economy, Bishop Obiogo stated that the country's crude oil, which he described as the black oil, ought to be a blessing to citizenry and not the other way round.
The problem of Nigeria is not religion. Every great man in politics you see is dedicated to something, either to God or to a deity.
Women from within and beyond the Delta State graced the ceremony.
It was an exciting time on Sunday as members of World of Salvation Bible Life Ministry celebrated the 32nd anniversary of the church. Drtv News correspondent Ogene Runa Oyibo reports that the founder of the church, Apostle Newman Bebenimibo, at the headquarters of the church in Egborode, advised Christians not to give up but keep their faith alive in order not to miss their heavenly rewards. The report.
Dwelling on the topic A New Dawn,
The founder of Word of Salvation Bible Life Ministries, Apostle Newman Bebenimibo, disclosed that the 32nd anniversary of the church is worth celebrating as God's goodness, guidance, and grace kept the ministry afloat in the past years, attributing the success story to the commitment and dedication of members and God's mercies. Apostle Bebenimibo, who took his text from the Bible book of 2 Kings chapter 6, verse 24 to 27, and 2 Kings chapter 7, verse 1 to 2, recalled how the ministry started 32 years ago, revealing that the ministry has been waxing stronger numerically as it is deeply rooted in the undiluted Word of God and fervent prayers. The clergyman maintained that the ministry's vision is anchored on the total emancipation of the unsaved through the genuine preaching of the gospel of Jesus Christ, while admonishing young gospel ministers to exhibit the virtue of patience in ministry. The founder of Word of Salvation Bible Life Ministries enjoined Christians to make the study of the Word of God a lifestyle, while highlighting fervent prayers, addiction to the Word of God, and sacrificial giving as steps to be taken into a new dawn. Apostle Bebenimibo told the congregation to consciously appreciate God at all times in order to experience God's divine visitation. In an interview, the wife of the founder of Word of Salvation Bible Life Ministry, Reverend Vivian Bebenimibo, thanked God for His grace for the past 32 years to be more committed in order to experience greater glory.
It is the doing of God, and it is marvelous in our sight. 32 years is not a joke. If it wasn't God on our side, we wouldn't have been in existence. But because God has been so good to us, we are waxing strong day by day. We are increasing, getting stronger day by day because of the goodness of God.
I want to thank God for His faithfulness. Number one is that it's the Word of God that is really keeping every one of us moving. Also the unity in the church, coming together. I really bless the name of the Lord for His faithfulness to be committed to this great work.
Secretary of the Anniversary Planning Committee, Minister Seth Duopreya, Pastor Christy Adenike, Pastor Stella Ogboy, and Mrs. Christiana Ziko thank God for His faithfulness upon the ministry. Urobo, Ijo, Calabar, Igbo, Edo cultural dance groups, kingdom influencers, salvation visionary inventors, and the choir of the church performed to spice up the 32nd anniversary of the church. For Drtv News, Ogenerona Oibo report.
Rotary Club of Plantation City has installed Rotarian Kingsley Azubike as the 5th president of the club. Rotarian Azubike during the installation ceremony said Rotary Club of Plantation City would continue to make positive impact in their mandated communities, support initiatives that will promote education, health, and economic empowerment. Correspondent Daniel Orji reports that the District Governor of Rotary International District 9141, Rotarian Chinedu Ikegweni, and some district officers attended the installation event. The report.
Rotarian Kingsley Azubike, while addressing Rotarians and friends of Rotary Club of Plantation City, said that the club will continue to make positive impact in their mandate area, support initiatives that promote education, health, and economic empowerment, while expressing gratitude to the outgoing president, Rotarian Charles Chigozie Alauku, and his board members for their tireless effort in ensuring that the club attained an enviable height. The newly installed president, Rotarian Kingsley Azubike, urged members of the club to give him the necessary support to succeed in this Rotary year. He listed projects to be executed during his tenure to include skill acquisition for a minimum of 50 youth with starter parks, provision of medical aids to 3 health centers, scholarship and enrollment of 100 indigent students for WAEC, B-Board, campaign against courtesan and drug abuse at Otokoto Junction, visitation to prison, old people's home, orphanages, medicals, clothing, provision of rotary wheel at Plantation City Gate, amongst others. Rotarian Azubike urged Rotarians and guests to contribute to the execution of the project.
I am humbled to stand before you and accept this responsibility with great enthusiasm and dedication.
Earlier, the immediate past president of Rotary Club of Plantation City, Rotarian Charles Alauku, commended members of the club for their steadfastness and commitment in paying their yearly dues despite the current economic hardship and for contributing to Rotary Foundation. Rotarian Charles Alauku said that the club, during its tenure, embarked on various projects in line with the 7 areas of focus of Rotary International.
I'm glad not just because a new president has emerged, but a president whom I am well pleased will do much more better than whatever I have done.
I want to appreciate everybody who is seated dressed colorfully this wonderful afternoon. I want to tell you guys that everything we want to make this installation colorful is here with us.
Also, the district governor of Rotary International District 9141, Rotarian Chinedu Ikegwani, commended the club for the contributions to the growth of the district and urged the newly inducted members to be proud of Rotary and attract more members to the club. The installation of Rotarian Kingsley Azubike as the 5th president of Rotary Club of Plantation City featured cutting of cake, inauguration of board members, fundraising for projects, amongst others.
The police in Onya-Alaja has declared one Esther Ezekiel missing. According to a police extra signed by the Onya-Alaja Divisional Police Officer, DPO CSP Bulux Musa, stated that Esther Ezekiel, a house help who left the home of a Ghanaian along Otwama Road by Arjos filling station in Udu local government area on Tuesday, August 27, 2024 to an unknown destination. The police extract adds that Esther Ezekiel is 22 years old, 5 feet tall, light in complexion, speaks Ibibio and English language fluently. The police has therefore asked anyone with information about her whereabouts to report to the nearest police station. In auto sport, 14 players are currently in the Super Eagles camp in Uyo ahead of the 2025 African Cup of Nations qualifying fixtures against Benin Republic and Rwanda. 3 players, Alex Iwobi, Kelvin Bassi and Frank Oyeka, joined their teammates in camp on Tuesday morning. The remaining 9 players are expected to hit camp later today. Super Eagles will observe their first training section tonight at the practice pitch of the Gosri Akpabio International Stadium, Uyo. The section will be open to the media and fans. Players in camp are William Tross Ebong, Ola Aina, Shei Ajayi, Ademola Lukman, Olisa Nda, Taiwo Amuniyi, Fisayo Dele Bashiru, Wilfred Indidi, Amas Obasogi, Victor Boniface, Stanley Wambali, Alex Uwobi, Kelvin Bassi, Frank Oyeka. In other news, Victor Osimhen will have to sign a new contract with Napoli before leaving on loan to Galatasaray, according to Football Italian. The Nigerian striker is on the verge of joining the Turkish side on a dry loan. This means there is no option of or obligation to buy. However, Galatasaray will cover his 11 million euro annual salary, but Napoli wants some guarantees that their investment is safe. The contract that Osimhen signed with the Syria House side in December 2023 only runs to June 2026. If he leaves on loan now and returns in June 2025, there would be only 1 year left on the contract, giving Napoli a very weak negotiating position for sale. So before Victor Osimhen is allowed to fly out for a medical, he must first sign an extension with Napoli to June 2027 at the same terms. 22 learners this stage. For 22 learners, this stage of their computer education has been completed. Beyond computer appreciation, there were tutored also in photography by a Tech Institute, Roloff Institute of Management and Technology. The 3 weeks boot camp and Canon photography training, according to Chief Executive Officer of the Institute, Mr. Lucky Ofafo, is an annual training to give the young generation knowledge of photography, artificial intelligence, and robotics. Our correspondent Ogene Karofoba and Okebinu brings us the report.
About 3 weeks ago, Roloff Computer Academy Warri opened its doors for annual boot camp and Canon photography training. 22 learners from various age brackets from primary school and senior secondary school sweat to gain the requisite knowledge during the training. JC Osemewa, Otuwari Excel, and James Ose emerged the best graduate learners. The institute, according to the Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Lucky Ofafo, is targeting the younger generation to arm them with information for the emerging challenges in information communication technology (ICT). Mr. Ofafo commended the performance of the learners during the summer boot camp, adding that the institute also prepares students on soft skills which include computer and internet basics, artificial intelligence, photography, robotics, as well as other vocational trainings such as bag making, amongst other innovations. He stated that with the facilities in place, learners are equally exposed to machine learning, graphics, and web design. He advised the graduates to sustain their quest for computer knowledge and photography going forward, as there are still many things to learn after their certification.
I encourage them to bring their children. Those of them that are feeling SS3 that are told that can't get admission, we are here to attend to them, to train them. We also have programs in national diploma programs in computer science, in accountancy, and business administration that we intend to run from early January. So there are a lot of opportunities and continuous programs to offer to the public throughout the
The graduates, including the best performing learners, appreciated the institute for the exposure, noting that it would impact greatly in their use of the camera to tell stories.
This has been a very wonderful experience for me. I made new friends, I learned more, and it really impacted on me.
I have to tell them a very big thank you for the opportunity to learn how to use these gadgets.
The Roloff Institute of Management and Technology offers National Diploma Program in Computer Science, Accountancy, Business Administration, and Management. The institute is located at number 110 Apala Street off Ukumagba Avenue in Warri South Local Government Area of Delta State. Drtv News, Ogene Karofoba.
And with that report, we come to the end of the DRTV news. But before we go, we take two of our highlights. Governor Sheriff Warri has inspected the ongoing construction of a Martinor Technical College in Warri South Local Government Area, during which he commended the people for maintaining peace at the project site. The governor stated this shortly after inspecting the job done so far. He also brought a report that the Delta State government has directed all public and private primary and secondary schools in the state to resume Monday, September 9, 2024 for the commencement of the 2024-2025 first term academic activities, except Oshimili South Local Government Area, whose resumption date would now be Monday, September 23, 2024. A statement by the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, Mr. Augustine Ogoro, on behalf of the State Commissioner for Primary Education, Dr. Kingsley Ashibogu, and his counterpart in charge of secondary education, Mrs. Rose Ezewu, said that borders would resume on Sunday, September 8. That's it on the DRTV menu. Stay tuned for more program. From me, Aria Woso is. Always remember to give someone a reason to smile. Bye for now.